Are you?
Hello everyone, my name is Megan Barrow. I am a student at Stony Brook University in the MCP program, and I am also a marine biologist for the New York State DEC. Today I want to explore the topic that operates quietly behind the scenes but is fundamental to everything in our fishery science and management, and that is data management. Our theme this year is about connectivity, and we talk about connecting fishery science to management. Data is the glue that holds it all together. For some people that know how to use R. So we often focus on science behind stock assessments or the policies that regulate fisheries, but what ties it all together is data. Reliable, timely, well-managed data is the glue that holds fisheries, science, and management together. My goal today is to show how data management ensures information is accurate, available, and accessible in a timely manner. Last year I shared how we transitioned from paper-based systems to automated digital processes and reducing data lag times, improving accuracy, and streamlining communications. Today I'm shifting to how we collect and process data, or how we collect the data to get real-time decisions. I'll show how we can use R and Shiny applications to visualize fisheries data, automate analyses, and strengthen the link between data science and management. The key takeaway from today's presentation is simple. Fast, accurate data allows us to provide real-time, reliable information and can make adaptive, data-driven decisions. Say it with me. Data-driven decisions. So, we have a few main key concepts of fisheries data management. This is data collection, so how you store it, gathering fisheries dependent data, landing effort, fishery independent data, and surveys. We have data storage, which is what do we want to do with the data? Where does it go? Is it sitting in a filing cabinet, or are you putting it onto the computer? How is it stored, and how are you going to retrieve it? Data pipelines is to ensure quality control and standardization, so data from different sources remain consistent. And analysis and reporting is how we ensure the transformation of raw data into meaningful metrics for scientists and policymakers. Data accessibility is to make sure that the right people have the access to the data at the right time. And let's not forget about data governance, which is control, permissions, security, and integrity. Let's just say some of the permissions, if it goes wrong, in my office we have something called the Great Deletion of 2024, and that was a very long and painful process to get all of our data back. But data governance is a whole other kind of presentation in itself. But that leads me to, again, is all about data management is to lead us to data-driven decisions. So fisheries management is only as strong as the data behind it, but managing that data is very complex. Poor data management can lead to misinterpretation, delayed responses, and ineffective policies. That means we either overestimate stock health and lead to species declines, or we conserve and we lead to economic opportunities that are lost, and that leads to angry fishermen and angry and upset scientists. Either way, fisheries management is about balance and ensuring sustainable fish stocks while supporting communities that rely on them. And again, that is best done by data-driven decisions. Over time, become way more organized and less of a dumpster fire. Online reporting systems like Safest eTrips are reducing lag times to near real time, where new regulations are making online reporting mandatory. So that is timely. And then immediate data scanning and searchable metadata makes data available and not digging around in filing cabinets. And data history is the data helps, we get data on why we have made decisions in the past, why we made these specific decisions, and at what point in time, like what data we had at that time when we made that specific decision. So we want to make rules and regulations enforce compliance. Quota management is only possible because we're able to collect different types of data, and we can create a timeline, meaning late reporting can cause repercussions like future catch limit decisions. And the use of a Shiny app and quality assurance controls helps us create catch errors faster and make sure that the data is accurate. Automation improves efficiency, but it's also laid in the groundwork for something even more important, which is real-time data connectivity. So collecting data is just the beginning. It's the rule. The power that rules is the connecting part, which is the glue, is the data, and then presenting the data becomes the decision making. We use structured tools and platforms, at least in my office, to bridge the gap between the raw data and the decision making. This includes SQL servers to store and organize data, RStudio for data analytics, cleaning, filtering, and exporting insights, Shiny apps to create interactive web-based reports, and GitHub that is something to collaborate and work on each other's codes together. With these tools, we're able to visualize data in real time, and instead of waiting for static reports, making decisions on old data that is irrelevant at the time. Automated analysis are there to reduce manual work and create time for more analysis, and create interactive dashboards for better communication across teams. So imagine this. A fishery manager is in need of a report and needs the trends for a species. So a Shiny app with something that I am working on making is, instead of waiting weeks for a report, a data requester is asking, and they can go straight onto my Shiny app and be able to see the total annual catch of a species, the monthly landings, trips, and effort information, catch per unit effort, monitor stock health, areas with high fishing activity based off of effort data. And this isn't just efficiency, it's about faster, smarter, data-driven decisions, and managers can quickly respond to changes, track fishing activity, and ensure sustainability with one interactive app all right in front of them. We do this just by, and then I want to point out that we don't just give data requesters raw data. We want to make sure that they are getting an understanding of what we're giving them. We don't just collect data and give them something that they're not going to understand. So reports come with clean and clear explanations, not just spreadsheets. Quota decisions are documented and preserve a history in the context of a timeline. So why we made a decision at that time, from what information we had at that time. We generate new metrics, improving how we monitor fisheries, so we're not having static reports that have old data. And we react to real-time data like closing a fishery when quotas are met. This value of our data extends beyond the single report and enhances data quality and improves long-term fisheries management. When we talk about fisheries data, we also are looking at not just what we caught, but where and and by whom. We're also looking and tracking the data on the data, so how it was processed. So this is just an example here of the average overall lag by days compared to online reporting and paper reporting. So as you can see in the last few years, it is substantially reduced in time on both ends, and that's because of our automated decisions that we have made in our workflows. And it doesn't just tell a story, but it shows us how the reporting behavior, the compliance patterns, and workflows change the timeline of all your data in general. And then we also have automated QA/QC things. So there's errors happen, and this is either from just misinformation or fact fingering and typing. But we are built in the QA/QC into one of our Shiny apps, and this will help us summarize fisheries reports and highlight errors, such as flagging different discrepancies and that need review, and automates quality control for more reliable data sets. And by integrating automatic quality control, we're able to be making faster, better, and more accurate data. So for the future of data management, we've come a long way, and we're not stopping here. We're moving forward, and we're focusing on expanding Shiny apps for real-time accessibility, enhancing QA/QC automation for better data accuracy, developing new metrics to improve quota management, strengthening data connectivity across scientists, managers, and policymakers, exploring predictive modeling to anticipate fishing trends, and increasing training and outreach to our fishermen so that they can get compliance and report more accurately. The future of fishery science and management depends on how well we use data, but continuing to innovate, and we can make it much smarter, faster, and more informed decisions that benefit marine ecosystems and the people we depend on. And then just to wrap that up, the data management is the glue that connects fishery science and management and policy. Better data is better science and better decisions. By harnessing the power of R and Shiny, we can turn data into real-time insights, and let's continue to innovate, collaborate, and improve how we do fisheries data. Thank you.